Hey, I'm Sophia Miles, and this is the legend of the travelling TARDIS.
Holy moly. Hello there. It's your boy, Tasty Cake, a.k.a. the Reverend Amagon. Spinning off, no, even, that's wrong show. Wrong show. Welcome to the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. I am your host tonight, the Lord Amagon. Yes, Lord Amagon. Darth Amagon. I'm your host, Tasty Cake. Dave is not here, man. Christian's not here either, so all the pressure of hosting and producing and updates through StreamYard just it's good. It's good. Tonight's show's gonna be good. I set everything up because I'm that good. With everyone popping in, my producer of the other show. And speaking of Spill the Geek Tea, let's bring in the crew from Spill the Geek Tea as well on the show. Legend Traveling TARDIS. Must remember my co-founder, Gadget Pendragon.
Hi guys, sorry I caught a cold.
Wasn't me.
No, he's too far away.
Talk about cyber virus, that'd be interesting.
How's everybody doing?
You and I are preparing everything, working on the stuff here and there.
Mm-hmm. I got a bunch of new stories for you guys. Also, remember, these guys are heading to MegaCon soon, so you better find them, and everything, and take a good look at that 100K piece. Is Christian bringing it?
I don't know. With everything going on, you never know. He may bring something. It would be nice,
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, speaking of cyber, let's bring in the Candyman.
Yep.
Hey guys, it's the local Candyman, having the sweet British perspective. Just want to say hi to Dan, hi to Timescales, hi to Joel W4Y, and also Debbie Melrose, who's coming from the UK. Thank you for joining us, and Roger the Dodger as well. Yeah. So this will be a great episode. I like this episode, so I'll be happy to talk about it. Who else have we got in there on the panel?
Let's see.
Well, let's bring in. Let's click the buttons real fast. Everyone, hello chat. Let's bring in someone else from Spill the Geek Tea, and popped in just as the intro happened because I sent the link on both sections.
Hey, both sections are all good.
Hey, Nick.
A good thing. Hi, everybody. Hi, all the chatterboxes. What's this happening with the starting on time? What's going on with that?
Well,
that
we do on the other show.
Time? Wait, you're talking Doctor Who. There's wibbly wobbly, timey wimey. There is no time.
We could start before the time. We could do whatever we want. I have to tell you,
Isn't time just
yes?
Isn't time just a metaphor for anything? Because it's not really. It's not fixed. It's in a centrifugal loop.
Time is illusion. Lunchtime doubly so.
Right.
Yes, we're just making it up.
Mm-hmm.
In my house by the cemetery, it's all misty right now. The mist is rolling over the graves. It's so cool. It's like Wuthering Heights, Misty Wisty. Misty Wisty.
And today is the full moon and the portal. So take your camera and go take some pictures because I bet you're gonna find some cool stuff.
Will do.
Mm-hmm.
Time is an illusion.
So who else are we bringing in?
Yeah, I couldn't think of something. Let's bring in because she's been away for a while. Let's bring in Sean.
Yes.
Sean from Our Philosophy Is. Welcome, sir.
Hello, how are you? Can you guys hear me okay?
Mm-hmm.
100%.
Yes.
My computer has been in hell today, so I hope I don't randomly drop out, but I'm doing very well. I'm excited to review this episode. This is actually nope, I'm not going to talk about the episode because that will be a spoiler, but I have to say in reference to the Wuthering Heights reference, I have to say, Heathcliff, it's me, I'm Kathy, I've come home. I love Wuthering Heights. It's one of my favorite books, and I know there's a new movie out. But we're not reviewing that. I could talk about that forever. But I appreciate the reference. But yeah, I'm happy to be here reviewing this episode.
But speaking of books, thank you, Sean.
Especially what we just heard.
Don't keep me in suspense.
I heard
What have we heard?
Oh wait, it's cool.
Bring back Michelle.
Michelle, tell them the surprise.
What is it, Michelle?
Well, after I got fired, I wrote my first novel.
Woohoo!
Widowsweets. It's a paranormal fiction novel set in modern day Gettysburg about ghosts, haunted objects, and things that go spook in the night. And it's available on Amazon on paperback and in Kindle.
Let's put the link in the private chat. I'll put it as a banner.
I sure will.
Congratulations, Michelle.
you.
That's exciting. I haven't seen you for a while. It's good to see
I
you.
know I've had my own Bronte novel.
Lovely. That's what we need. We need more of those kind of novels.
Yeah,
A
it's
lost
yeah.
Bronte novel, and you wrote it.
It was drama. Yeah, I got fired after a month away from my 11th anniversary working at the museum. Yeah, that was fun.
Well, that's their loss.
Mm-hmm.
That
So
is
less
their
said, the
loss.
better.
You did nothing wrong. That's their
Yeah.
loss.
Yep.
Okay. Since we did start
Yep.
primarily on time, sorry for the delay, folks. On Spill the Geek Tea, I do my best on time. Updates, StreamYard. It threw away my avatar. It's microphone issue. Oh my God. Aye. After I set everything up. So I'm used to this. So trying to focus on this because when the show is on and I'm producing a chat, I still don't pay attention. But okay, I'll take care of that, Michelle. And let's see. So Gadget has a lot of stuff to talk about. So let's.
Yeah, we're hit hard with a lot of news. So do you have now? Are we doing a different opening, or are we still going to stick with the Who Knew News opening?
We're still doing Who Knew News. I'm so used to bringing everyone up there.
Okay, so we'll do it that way.
Shaboom.
So whenever you're ready. Okay, so bear with me. I can barely breathe because Dad decided to pass his cold around the whole apartment and everything. So yeah, I've had an interesting week dealing with them, and the guys know. So this might be quick. It might sound funny. I might sneeze during it. We don't know or anything. Okay, so basically we missed 2 birthdays. Well, technically 3 birthdays because they coincided after our show from last time and everything, but we have to wish a happy birthday to Ingrid Oliver. I'm trying to remember what her character is because I haven't seen Doctor Who episode in a long time and everything. Thank you, Osgood, because I had a theory she was actually like with the thing with Clara and everything, like an offshoot and stuff, but
I forgot to.
everyone was like, nah, she's just a separate character. But she never looks like her character until that day she took the glasses off and looked at the doctor's browser history because he was fixing her glasses and everything. But I was hoping they'd bring her back, but we all know we don't know what happens unless he goes back and she magically appears or she's a zygote and everything and stuff because we don't know what happened in the Black Ops, and everything. So Ingrid turns, I'm just making sure I got the right age for her, wow, 49 years old. She's wow, 49. So I wonder if it's that age between 74 and 78. We don't crack or anything because she does not look like she's 49. Nope. All props and everything. And to the lovely Sadie Miller, who we all know is our wonderful Sarah Jane Elizabeth Siddon's daughter, who has also subbed for her mother in some of the episodes on Big Finish with the I think it's the fifth Doctor and the the fourth Doctor and the third Doctor in their adventures on Big Finish audio dramas, as well as she's an author, an actress as well, and many other feats that she has done. She basically turns today, let me make sure I get this right too, 41 years old. She's also a baby and everything stuff. So I would say I wish they would bring her into the series, because that would have been cool if by accident, like River, maybe because she was always with the Doctor, could have regenerated into her daughter, and then they could have continued the Sarah Jane adventures and everything and stuff. Who knows? Because she had enough time in the TARDIS, and everything, and with Mr. Smith and all that. And also celebrating a birthday that was recently in February, that's 63 years young, is Chase Masterson. She is played on Star Trek as well as it was in Torchwood, right? If I remember correctly. Yeah. And everything, as well as Digital Man, Creatures Unknown, Manicore. And I plead the fifth on right now, because anything I say can and will about her. But she is a very lovely lady. I will tell you that. If you guys have any other things about her, I will plead the fifth.
She played Vienna in the Big Finish audio, and that was with Eric Roberts Master.
Yep.
I got a picture from Christian. He posted Gates McFadden. Did we not talk about Gates McFadden last week?
Her birthday's actually was yesterday. And she just turned 77 years old. And I'm trying to make sure I get this right. The last time we saw her on the screen was in Picard, when he found out he's a dad and everything. Did we put Gates's picture up in there? Yes, we did. Yeah. Everything. Can you believe she is like the sweetest person? She was at New York Comic Con, and I had a choice between her, Data, and LeVar Burton, Brent Spine, everything. And I was like, I picked LeVar Burton. So yeah, but she was the sweetest. Very kind lady and stuff and everything. See, I knew I was going to do something, not sneeze, but cough.
And she's coming back to MegaCon.
And hopefully you guys get to see her and everything, like you said, at MegaCon. And now, should I mention the sad news right now, or should we mention about Rob and everything? Or wait till after we talk about Doctor Who?
No, it's important because, do you want me to mention the birthday first, or you mention Rob? Just to keep
mention any other birthdays you have first, if I missed any or anything. And
I had to throw this one in because, it's Eastern Sweden, so it's probably happy belated birthday to my new favorite frontman, Tobias Forge of Ghost. He turns 45, so he's a baby as well.
Too many babies.
Baby's all young.
And for those of you of Red Dwarf era and fame and everything, Rob Grant has passed away. He was the English comedian writer. He actually was uncredited on one of the episodes and then credited on another. He sadly passed away at the age of 70 on February 25th, 2026. And he will be greatly missed by those fans. I'm going to be honest. My only series of Red Dwarf that I got to see were in little skits. And if they aired it either on Sci-Fi late at night or it wasn't a full episode or anything. So I missed out on a lot. And what I'm seeing from you guys and the stuff I see on YouTube now, like those little 20-minute or 20-second things, I was deprived. He's a good writer, and stuff. So it's sad to see him go. But if I had more knowledge of the show, I would be more maybe more sympathetic, like some of our fellow panelists or hosts and everything and stuff. But does anybody have any memories, have ever met him or dealt with him or any of his other stories that he's dealt with? Because he also has written other stories as well and stuff. I'm just trying to find the one story that they were talking about. The uncredited episode of Red Dwarf was titled Backwards. It was in 1989.
Mm-hmm.
And in 2018, he collaborated with Andrew Marshall to produce and direct the BBC Radio 4 series, The Quandahorn Expectations, and the novelization version published by I cannot pronounce that. I am so sorry, guys. Galatzka Publishers. But on February 19th, it was announced he had written the Red Dwarf prequel for Titan, co-authored by Andrew Marshall. So that's sad that as soon as he wrote the prequel, he passes away and everything. So that's the sad.
See it like that. He was able to pass on the prequel right before. He said, I've done everything I can do. Here it is. Enjoy. I'm going to go up back to the stars. Way to see it that way. We'll miss you, Rob.
And speaking of stars, we have a re-release with a mini episode that we caught a glimpse of back in December with our Fifth Doctor and Tegan. It is to promote the re-release of, I'm making sure I get this right, Doctor Who The Collection Season 21 on Blu-ray. And they're having a mini episode with it with Dalek Custody and written by Peter McTighe, who wrote also The War Between the Land and the Sea. And don't get me started on that. that is still up in the air and everything. So we're privy to a re-release as well as a mini new episode and everything. So if you have Who Drought or We're in the Wilderness Years or you're craving Who or anything besides Big Finish and everything to check out Sadie's work, you can also check out the mini movie and the prequel, like the prequels to the new re-releases and everything and stuff to the Fifth Doctor and Tegan. And some other news that we all think we have a moment in time and everything, but it is confirmed or might be confirmed because it is the sun. God willing, the sun. It should they get one thing right and everyone wants to go to them. Billie Piper may not allegedly be the Doctor and everything. She could be a moment. She could be whatever. We don't know, but they're alleging that she is not confirmed as the Doctor, which we all knew from the beginning and everything and stuff like that. So please, guys, just like I said, with anything that's coming out with New Who and everything, because you have them all doing their other programs and stuff. David Tennant's on his show. Billy's with Wednesday, all this stuff and everything. Like I said, you got to think of people, how they have time. Like Shooty didn't have time and everything. Plus, we also knew there was a third season. They confirmed it allegedly that there is and was talk of a third season and some scripts written. So could that affect the Christmas episode? Maybe. Who knows and everything. But there is also something sad that we were mentioning. If you have been to Cardiff Bay anytime soon, you better get there now. Because in April, Ianto's wall is being taken down due to age, and it's by the water, so it's all basically has to be redone, refixed and everything, the weight of everything, because I was finding out through other people I know, and the only acknowledgement of the Ianto wall being taken down is by one other vlogger, Tari's, and also the Instagram page. I'm just going to make sure I get the Instagram page right. I think it was Ianto16 and stuff, but otherwise I had to check with some other people. Because not many of you know, Squishy, which is sitting back there, made a trip to the Ianto wall and promoted The Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. And do we have that picture or no?
I don't know.
You don't have that picture, but I have it right here. So if you guys would like to see, if I can focus, that is when Squishy went to the TARDIS, went to right to Ianto's wall on July 4th, 2016. And further proof would be, where is it? Let's see what Squishy got to do. There we go.
Oh, I get your picture.
Squishy got to get to the plaque as well. There's more pictures of Squishy. They should be on the Legend of Traveling TARDIS Facebook page.
I got off of your page. Let me bring up.
Gadget, would you mind explaining what that wall is for those who don't know?
It's a memorial wall for Ianto and the passing of Jack's boyfriend. And everything. So everyone was so sad. They left flowers and everything, and it basically grows and grows and grows on everything. And you can see the Squishy was right there and stuff. And that wall is actually not that big. It's just that with age and everything and stuff. I even have shots from the Doctor Who experience. And believe it or not, that's actually in my book. So
it's like a Torchwood thing?
Yeah, and I left a little note that we were there. It's basically all Torchwood. The sad thing was I was near Torchwood Tower, but they had it wrapped up for a food festival. Otherwise, Squishy would have been at Torchwood Tower. But yeah, I even put us here. Check out the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. Gadget was here, and I put the date and everything.
Yeah. Ain't Torchwood Tower just Canary Wharf?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had it all fenced off for the food festival.
Right.
And I had to hear that from a certain ex. Yeah. I have to thank his parents for paying for the trip for me to go as my graduation present. Found out I got dumped before I got there, and you know what? I still had fun.
All was good. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a pretty cool wall. You can see all the walls. Like everybody leaves things and stuff over the years. You can even go on YouTube and see it and stuff. So if you have not seen this wall, don't just go. You guys go make a trip, get your pictures in front of it, because it's going to be for repairs. We don't know if it's going to go back up, but we'll see in the future days and stuff.
Shaboom.
Yeah, and I think that's the news so far, because unless you want to talk about Karen Gilliam being the new spokesperson for a whiskey bottle, that's the only other thing in the news with New Who and everything. And oh wait, isn't there something? Wait, Paige is hold on. What is going on? Faith, is Faith on by any chance?
No.
Okay, good. Then she won't faint when we say this, because we just got some news, and we have to keep Faith calm, because it seems Jodie Whittaker will be at MegaCon.
Gasp.
And I'm hoping she sneaks into the panel, or she sneaks over to the table by the Dalek Builders and the Legend of Traveling TARDIS. Do you guys have her MegaCon picture up?
The video that just a video he posted that she's coming to MegaCon.
Otherwise, that's all the news I have for today, and I'm trying to get through it without coughing on you guys and everything. But make sure you do catch these guys at MegaCon.
Okay, how do I give it to me? That's wrong. That's not it. I had to win back on here. Fine. Boom. Boom. I am losing my. There we go. There are so many things on the bottom that Dave.
We got to get Princess Penelope out of the computer.
Don't press the big red button.
Press the button. Press the button.
I got this button.
But that's all the news.
That's sign. So let's go into media and see. I don't do commercials. Mark said so. Don't do commercials. There's Spill the Geek Tea. We don't do commercials. So, but out here we have to do the commercials. Played that there. So let's
so just end the news, and then we'll figure out everything after that. Right?
End the button there. There we go.
Like I said, I'm trying to get through this with a cold. I feel awful and everything, but I remember acting, and I had to do the same thing.
So let me run the 6 commercials, because it's almost 26 minutes into it. Yeah. So everyone, thank you for being around. Stick around and all that good stuff. I'm going to start running commercials, all that good stuff. There you go.
I didn't listen to that voicemail. I'll tear open that letter you sent. Don't you tell your friends I want you back. I gotta leave you now unread, because you've already said those words that switch my heart to dead from loving you. So you'll stay ghosted and I'll stay focused on sewing clothes. The spell stays unspoken, a dark silhouette of a marked man, and I'm broken. Right down, I didn't listen to that voicemail, a TikTok, that story you sent. Don't you reel me in to get me back.
tired of toxic fandoms? Do you wish we could go back to being happy? So do we. We created the Happiness Patrol to get away from all of the toxicity in fandoms, in life, and so we decided we wanted to do a show about something that makes us happy. And in the first season, that something is Star Wars. So join myself, Cameron, Scott, Jessica, and Melanie on Happiness Patrol at youtube.com/@happinesspatrolshow.
I'm author Mark Muncy.
And I'm author Erica Lance.
And this is Eerie Travels.
Greetings, travelers. Join us as we travel through folklore, myths, monsters, legends, and dark history.
Now, we'll be your guide to the spooky side of reality as we discuss cryptids, paranormal, and all things preternatural.
Sometimes we find the truth is way scarier than fiction.
We're on twice a week on your favorite podcast platforms, including iTunes, Spotify, Amazon, and YouTube.
We have amazing guests from all of the areas of the strange and unusual, including witnesses, investigators, and more.
Now, with Erica's curiosity and ridiculous array of pop culture and true crime knowledge.
And Mark's decades of experience diving into folklore and the legends with the truth that's behind them.
Yeah, so join us, travelers, as we take you to the edge of reality, and we'll see you on the other side.
So what's your favorite Western? Is it this one or maybe one of these? Is it a revisionist Western, an anti-Western, or maybe it's an all-time classic? Whether your favorite Western is in black and white, vibrant Technicolor, a spaghetti Western, a neo-Western, a comedy, or maybe it's only really Western in spirit. Whatever it is, this is the podcast dedicated to determining the top 100 Westerns of all time. Every second Monday on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. It's Horses on Film.
Hello, I'm Sadie Miller, and this is The Legend of the Travelling TARDIS.
Phew, holy moly, that was all good. Okay, there we go, peoples. Let's take the banner.
That's a surprise. That's a surprise.
It should be on there. Surprise, I'm going to take another one of these Frost White Fudge Oreo cookies because I'm...
Oh, my goodness.
It sounded low.
Oh, I need this. Oh, my God. So let's see.
So who wants to rate first?
Well, Candyman had to bail out. So.
Oh, no. Can you leave it in the chat? Private chat?
Yeah, it's a private chat. Something could be related to Sadie's picture imitating her mom with the spider. I don't know. Hopefully not.
Yeah.
So with that, let's bring up the notes. The notes come up for next. Let's see. I got next week's monologue I will do. That says do not erase. Okay, so let's go with scores, peoples. Gadget, how do you score human nature?
Well, like I said, when this section of this aired, it wasn't aired on Sci-Fi or Disney XD. So like I said, these are the first times I'm actually really watching them and stuff and everything. So if this is just part one, I'm gonna give about a 7. 7.
I should get a drink. Sean, how would you rate this part 1?
I would give it 2 thumbs up. No, I'm going to give it an 8.5 Artists out of 10.
Okay, 8.5. That's mine there. Nick.
Okay, we're doing increments, eh? Doctor Who doesn't get much better than this. I'll give it a 9.5.
9.5.
Ooh.
Working 9.5. Oh, dang it. Dang it, Bobby. Trying to enter.
9.5.
Michelle, my belle, how would you rate this?
I'll give it a 9. It's good gothic horror.
You give it a no? Okay. 9. 9. And
9.
I could give one for Mark, but he didn't say as I wrote. I like to give this one, because it's a horror story, 8.675309.
Right, Governor.
Yeah. Let me go get Jenny, see if she'll pick up.
I got it. So I'll get some ranch dressing. Oh, I hope Mark's well. Message Mark later, but still. Creepiness. Okay, so that's let's see. I get back to media assets. I can't put Christian's picture because it's on the tablet. So let's see here. So I put some pictures up. Review of human nature. We know that, and we know this too. Nice little thing. Based upon the original novelization from Paul Cornell with the Seventh Doctor. Also with the audio version read by, oh my God, she's going to kill me. Lisa Barrowman.
Oh.
Yep.
Because Lisa's character, Bernice Summerfield, was the character in the novelization. And here's have one shot with John Smith with the lovely lady, and a cat was in there too. So all based upon everything, folks, because we see just taking his time. So let's go and see. Private chat. What? That's a private chat. That was notes. Put in notes. Okay, who had the... Wow. So let's see. Gadget.
I know, I got the lowest.
You can go last. No, you said first.
Okay. The reason I gave it a 7 was because, like I said, it's the first time I'm watching it. Mm-hmm. I don't have a streaming service to watch it, so I had to watch it in pieces on YouTube. And I think they might have cut out some things because when you added up the times, it didn't add up right. And and so when I was watching it, I thought it jumped because they were jumping onto the TARDIS and everything. So I thought, did they not put them in order? Did they not put it whatever? And then I see where they open up at the school, they open up at everything else, and where he's John Smith and everything, and just a nonchalant teacher who actually holds a gun. I thought the Doctor never held a gun. Or doesn't like guns, So that's where it was interesting. But I did like the psychic kid. I did like the fact that he could read and sense other people's things and stuff, which helped basically spoilers. But with me, it's like I was trying to figure out he was helping his fellow students, but he was spoiling himself because he gave away what they were thinking and stuff, and that also put a target on his back. Mm-hmm. But he was just trying to help everybody. He was just trying to be trying to fit in with them. He was trying to he seemed to be like a loner, but not really. And then you had Martha in disguise, you had everything, and she would just basically take care of him and stuff. And I'm trying to remember, was this when she was talking about how times have changed, how things are and stuff? And then the Doctor meets the nurse and everything, and a budding romance happens, but you could see some of the doctor's quirks come out and everything, especially when he saved in this picture the baby and stuff, spoiler, and everything. I was like, okay, it's a cute romance, it's a cute whatever. He's hiding out, he's doing something, but I didn't know what it was. Like, what is he hiding from? And all I just kept seeing were bully kids, a psychic kid, a budding romance, the era where Martha couldn't say or do anything because of who she was and everything. And I'm just like, was so confused because I didn't know what was really going on. And until I saw what happened at the end with the scarecrows and everybody and the party and stuff and everything when they cut it. And I was like, wait, so I have to wait till part 2 to find out. And I've been trying to find part 2 on YouTube and I can't find it. But to me, it was just, I think because I don't have part 2 and it being the first time I saw it and thought it was all backwards and stuff and everything. I don't know. I do like some gothic things and stuff like that, but this was just out of character for the Doctor. I know he had to be hidden and stuff and everything, but I don't know. It just, to me, it felt, it didn't have a story yet. To me, it didn't have a story yet. It just showed me like pieces to a puzzle.
Sorry about it.
Yeah. But otherwise, maybe if I see part 2, I'll be able to, but I couldn't find part 2. That was even hard. So, because maybe it'll explain it so I can explain this part better. But to me, it was just like, here's a puzzle piece, here's a puzzle piece, here's this, here's that. He throws this way. He just, it's not the Doctor. It's just John Smith being John Smith and Martha watching from afar.
Yeah. Like Michelle posted as well. I told you, Daily Motion, but make sure you catch to the end because see if it's not a mirror image video like I did for the whole Capaldi series. Because
like I said, it was just, and then Martha, I don't know if she was getting jealous or I'm sorry about the cough. But that's basically it because I'm just seeing someone who like lovers scorned basically. And if I see part 2, maybe it'll make sense to me. That's basically it. Yeah. That's why I gave it a 7. I couldn't follow it, you know?
Right. Rose gives it a 9 from the Drama Mystery Theatre. Hello, Billy. So let's see. Who else? Private chat. Not private chat. People. Notes. Sad leaves. Sean going next.
Okay, so yeah, I gave it an 8.5. Oh, I did want to say, Gadget, unfortunately in the States, you're right that there's no place to stream it right now. I believe, unless they've taken it down, which I haven't checked, but I think on iTunes and on Amazon Prime, you can still purchase individual episodes of Doctor Who. So I used to do that as a last resort if I couldn't stream it anywhere. So I think you might be able to do that, but yeah, a lot of them are on Daily Motion, but they get taken down too. But like that's at least that is one place where you can usually find them is on a paid like episode by episode basis. But like, who wants to do that? Like they need to fix that pronto. They need to give us the episodes again. Luckily, I already own them because I bought at Walmart like a DVD collection where you can get like
I know it makes sense.
You can get like David Tennant and Christopher Eccleston set for like what is it like $20 or something like that, and you get every episode on DVD. But anyway, so I gave it an 8.5. Can you guys hear me? Okay. Okay, I promise this is the last time I'm going to ask that. 8.5 out of 10. And the reason is I thoroughly enjoy this. Maybe a little bit of it is just me understanding what's coming, kind of like what Gadget said, it just kind of ended right smack dab in the middle of the story. But I think it is a really good part 1. I like the little cold open we get with the Doctor waking up from his dream. I think it shows that David Tennant is a very versatile actor. and it's no wonder that he's famous for both screen acting and stage acting, because he can really pull off a lot of different sort of characters, I think, with his performance. And we get him waking up as this very sort of posh professor, and it leads right into the opening titles. And I like pretty much everything about the way they've set this in this period as well. One thing I really do like is that I don't feel like, well, number one, I don't feel like in this episode they're playing up the time period with a bunch of cliches, kind of like I get with something like, help me out, guys, what's the name of the episode with the werewolf and the queen?
Oh my god, I can't remember anything anymore.
Tooth and Claw.
Tooth and Claw.
Tooth and Claw. Yeah. So with that episode, it really does feel like they're hamming up the time period a little bit. With this, I don't really feel like they are. It just kind of feels like you're going back. I like both the explicit and the subtle racism that Martha faces. I like when shows understand the fact that not all racism was like the I hate you for being this way kind of racism. A lot of it's just you're going to say something really stupid because you're ignorant racism. I like them having the stones to have the doctor say something racist, which if he was a human during that time period and he was working at this place and he looked like he did, he probably would have been raised around a lot of those attitudes about, oh, people from different cultures must not understand the difference between reality and fiction. So I'm glad that they had that in the episode, because it really does show the contrast between who he is and who the human character is, and we're going to explore a little bit more of that in part 2. The horror is really nicely done with the scarecrows. There's something so charmingly creepy about the scarecrows. It's almost like something from Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. The little girl with the balloon is a nice little callback to Remembrance of the Daleks. You get the same music and the girl. And does she have a balloon in this one, or does she not have a balloon? I don't remember.
She does.
Okay. Yeah, so it's a really good callback. And I have to say the acting in this is just top tier. The family, the alien creatures, when they take over people's bodies, they're so simultaneously creepy and hilarious. And this episode has one of my favorite Doctor Who lines, which is shut up, stop talking, cease and desist, there's a good girl. Like I love that line. It's so stupid. But it's really funny. And the way that he's like twisting his mouth and looking at everyone, and the way they're sniffing the air always gives you kind of a chill when you're watching it.
Smell blood.
Yeah, exactly. And
or boogers.
Murray, sorry, what?
Or boogers.
Yeah, or boogers. Yeah, it is green light. Maybe that's what we're looking for. Murray Gold is popping off in this too. I realize what I'm missing from Murray Gold. Where is the girl singing 3 blocks away inside of the stairwell with the big echo around her? Ooh, it's like almost every Murray Gold song had that before, and in the new Murray Gold, we're not really getting that.
It's me, it's Kathy.
Yeah, I've come home. I'm so cold. Let me in your window. Read Wuthering Heights. It's really good, but I just think it's all really great. And then at the end, we get, of course, the where's the fob watch thing, and it's what that is setting up, by the way, with the fob. It's so well done. It's kind of a backdoor pilot for if the fob watch was its own separate series. We do it several times in the Doctor Who show, and it's what a really great introduction to have Martha be privy to this, but us be kind of confused at the beginning. It's such a great and powerful thing that sticks in your mind that when they do it later, like many seasons later again, it's something that still sticks with us. So, and of course we get the classic Doctor Who ending where it's like, what's going to happen? Cliffhanger. You have to wait a week. Ha 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 ha. I really enjoyed that. We do get the next time, which I would be curious to know from the chat and the other reviewers. Do any of you guys ever watch the next time when you haven't seen the next episode yet? Because I never do. I feel like it ruins this episode because it makes me think about the next one, and it ruins the next episode too. So, yeah.
It's that buildup of anticipation. So, oh my god. So if it's there, yes, I had to see it.
Right.
Yeah, you gotta watch it the next time.
Shoveling it in like popcorn. Give it to me.
Like, give it to me now.
Yeah.
I want it now. Give it to me now.
Don't care how I want it now. So I just got to give it an 8.5. I can't quite give it a 10 just because I'd say the one thing is the episode. Well, number one, really was being, if I was being more subjective with it, I probably would give almost every David Tennant episode a 10 out of 10, just because that's how I feel about his era. So I have to moderate it somehow. And then also, it has aged a little bit, just with some of the quirkiness. I think this is one of the episodes that's probably aged the least, but still, you can still kind of see it as it is still very like mid 2010s, or excuse me, mid aughts kind of editing and stuff. But it's, for what it is, it's damn near perfect. So I know that was an extended review, but I hope you guys enjoyed that.
Because that's correct. Because Grego states that no, PBS to you. PBS used to show the episodes out of order when he started watching Doctor Who. So in San Jose, shame on him, because I know the way to San Jose.
Why would they show them out of, like, they're not showing Tom Baker's Doctor Who, so why would they be showing these out of order?
Yeah, they don't know. It's
licensing. I don't know.
Public funding, stuff like that. And the Fob Watch, it's actually the second time we see the Fob Watch. The second time we're introduced to a Fob Watch is going to be at the end of the season.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant this was the second time. I'm sorry.
It sets up
Okay.
for something that I wish I could have seen and everything, but I saw parts of it and I'm like, I want to see this in full, because the same thing, they chop things up.
Daily Motion, that's the best, because I'm last, so like. But next was Candyman. Did you say 8.7?
I did, and sorry guys, I had to.
Are you okay?
I'll survive. So yeah, I gave it 8.7. I loved this episode. I want to give it a higher, but it's really hard to separate the both episodes, and to have this as a standalone episode, I think it's missing something, and that will be the part 2. In total, if you watch it back to back, definitely a 9.5 is total. But I say yes to chopping up. It gives you that interpretation. Like back in classic Who, it was always left on a cliffhanger, and you had to wait a week. So you start talking about it. You start talking about, what could possibly go wrong? What could be possibly the answers? I think how they did the quaint little village back in 1913, absolutely amazing. They soft touch, like Sean said, soft touch on racism and also suffragettes as well. There was a couple of lines about, not sure about those women down in London with all those suffragettes, and we also mentioned the King's Horse. I like the prep school. So in England, a school like that will be like a private school, as you guys call it, but in the UK we call it a public school, which is it's a little bit of a thing. A public school is where the rich people go to. Because back in the day when they used to have schools, it was for the public who can pay for it, not state schools, which are called comprehensives over here. So that is basically like a rich boys thing. They did, because it was based in 1913, that year. So you had the history of the suffragettes with the horses. Michelle can tell you better because she's a historian and I'm not. And it was also the year just before the Great War. I love that they made for Dr. Human, and we'll go back to a Mary Berry of calling himself Mr. Smith, which also goes back to the first episode as well of this season, Smith and Jones. I like the book when he drew himself with different doctors before him. I thought that was amazing. I loved that he keeps on coming up with, I love that picture. You got the 7th, 8th, 9th, and I think it's really good. I think the bits I didn't like about it, which put it down, was the running away from the family right at the very beginning of this episode. It's like, does it really need to be that thing? Can we make it a little bit more mysterious of who this family is or what's going on? I think the 1913 village dance at the village hall was done really good. They had the Union Jack. It felt like it was 1913 to me. I'm not a big period person when it comes to the 18th century or early 19th century, but the 20th century from Great War to World War II and ancient ones I do love. So I think it's got quite good, and I'm looking forward to basically review. So this is why I gave it an 8.7.
Okay.
Nice.
So let's see here. That leads straight into Michelle with a 9.
9, yes. I am a big Gothic horror fan, and I think that's where Doctor Who does really well, is the Gothic horror. So it had all of the elements of the public school, the private school, class, beautiful costumes. The costumes were spot on for 1913. All the little hints that the world is about to change, that the Great War is about to happen in 1914. The scarecrows, they were creepy. I love that. And also, if you're a big classic Who fan like I am, it is very much like Terror of the Zygons from a Tom Baker story. It has that feeling to it of the aliens shape-shifting into these people from the village. And so also there was callbacks to the history of Doctor Who when the Doctor is saying that his father's name was Sidney Newman, and then he says my mother's name was Verity Lambert. So a little bit called back to the history of Doctor Who his parents were. And I thought also when he's going through the notebook and he's seeing his past faces, this is how you do a proper callback to past events. I think my problem with the last season of New Who was it was too in your face of the constantly calling back to the past of the show. I think this is how you do a callback to the show properly. So that's what I appreciated, and it has tension, it has period correctness to it. To some of the comments, these little posh little brats are going to be little shits. I loved how they had that for just the snobbery of the time period, the racism against Martha, this Victorian era was extremely racist on both sides of the Atlantic in this time period. Again, it's just a really good episode, and there's something I wish I could see more in Doctor Who is the Gothic, is setting it in a village and having things going wrong, and also setting it in a time period where you don't have outside influences come to rescue them. Also, if you're into the paranormal, like I am, there is some callbacks, I think, when they're seeing the crashing in the woods to the Rendlesham Forest incident of 1984. So I was looking at that going, I think the writers were familiar with the story of Rendlesham Forest.
Michelle, can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
What does it make a Gothic? Because to me, I don't find this Gothic, because I think Gothic's an earlier time.
Gothic can be said at any time. It's the dread, the spooky atmosphere of you don't know what's going on. And a big thing with Gothic is you have to have some sort of dread. You have to have some sort of unease. You're in a setting that it feels foreign. And definitely for Martha, this is feeling foreign to her. She's in a different time period. There's subtle dread. Also, the weather is cold and spooky. But Gothic can be set in any time. In fact, in literature right now, Gothic is coming back, and they're setting it in modern time. But as long as you have that dread of there's something not right, and you also have to have some isolation. You're stuck somewhere where help can't always come and get you.
Right, because I was always under the impression like Gothic cathedrals and Gothic, so it was like a pre-time. Like
Gothic is a mood. It's a mood. It can be
not a period.
Time period. There's even now people trying to do Gothic in space. As long as you feel uneasy in that tension.
But I wouldn't call aliens Gothic. Or
It's
aliens.
still
Gothic.
that it's still foreign, and in Gothic literature, especially go back to the early Gothic literature, there was ghosts, there was demons. It could be anything foreign, and that is unnatural.
Thank you for letting me understand that a little bit, because I always thought Gothic was a time period.
And also, family conflict is also very common in Gothic lit. And this
Yes,
has that with both
tension. Somebody is seeing something and realizing that something is wrong, while everybody else is oblivious to it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Are you smoking? Are you smoking out your nose?
this thumbs up.
What are you
Big thumbs up
doing?
there. Very Gothic thing doing.
Also, I would say I got this fob watch at an antique store, but it keeps glowing. I don't know what to do with it.
Just don't open it, okay? Just don't open it.
It glows in the night. My dogs don't like it.
Okay,
totally
it may change you.
Turn into David Tennant.
Before next starts, how do you Americans find a episode of Doctor Who which is very, very British?
I have a Mickey fob.
Of course.
I mean, it's. Are you asking the chat or are you asking us?
No, I'm just asking you guys for US counterparts.
Well,
The
I
more
mean,
British,
it's,
the better.
and I like, I know this is 1913, but the Victorian novel, like especially Gothic Victorian novels, that's my favorite genre of literature, and so I'm very used to 100 years ago plus British sort of cultural things. And so, especially with the school, I mean, right now I'm reading David Copperfield, so talk about a boys' school and them being harsh, I mean, so it's pretty, it doesn't feel foreign to me. I kind of like it, but I wouldn't say it feels all that, like, interesting and new to me, because I'm just very used to it, but I mean, I really did appreciate it for how I think they nailed it. Not that I was around during that time, but, from what I know, it feels very authentic.
I was there when he made the Statue of Liberty disappear. Just saying.
That David Copperfield, yes. It took me a second to catch up. Yeah, that's it took me forever to realize there was a magician named David Copperfield. I kept saying like, I guess this book is really popular. No.
What about you, Michelle? You quite easy with the English history.
Oh yeah, the more English, the better. And that's where we watch Doctor Who. It's for the Britishness of it. I think that's been lacking lately. Is it doesn't feel British anymore. And so again, I love the time period, the mixing it in with the sci-fi elements. It's a really just a good episode.
And what about you, Gadget?
Like I said, it just, I don't know. It maybe because I don't have the second part or whatever. To me, I just was so confused because they're running, they get in the TARDIS, he wakes up, he does this and everything, and I'm like, okay, they're in disguise. Who are they running from? Like, you know what I mean? And I'm like, what the hell? Why would they have to? And then all the other stuff, and she's trying to ask questions about love, about this, and I'm like, is it a romance? Is it this? What the hell is it?
I like the whole idea of a mystery.
And they didn't even show you the whole thing. Sorry about that.
Yeah, sorry about it, Sean. I was going to say the whole idea of this episode was a mystery thriller.
Yeah, I like mystery novels. I like things like that, but to me, I don't know. Maybe it was the visual cues or anything. I mean, or maybe because I'm so used to seeing the Doctor not do what Smith did, and Smith is supposed to be, you know what I mean? And what got me, I don't know, like, because they kept, I don't know if even if they had episodes out of order, because I saw him with a gun and he was letting the kids shoot things and stuff, and I'm like, the way he talked to the nurse and everything and stuff about that, the way she looked like, I don't know, there's something about you, this is not you. And even Martha was like back and forth, and then at the like that twist with the kid and the scarecrows and all the other stuff. But I really like the kid that was trying to help, but he didn't know he was helping. You know what I mean? Because he didn't know what he had, and he saw the future. He saw the past. He saw whatever it was. He heard what was in that watch, and he saw Martha and everything.
What I like about this as well is like this is the beginning of Time Lord Victorious. This is the beginning of, because even the boy, after he watched the Doctor, he was afraid of the Doctor
because of what he saw in the watch.
Yeah.
That was so cool, by the way.
Talking about Mr. Smith. Mr. Smith, how do you feel about it?
That is a mighty fine segue.
Yep.
My life is a gothic drama. It's cold and it's misty and spooky up here in New York, and I'm dreading getting up in the morning to teach. So gothic, yeah. This story is very special, so I gave it a 9.5. The only reason why I couldn't give it a 10 is because The Family of Blood is even better. So that I would totally give it 10. Spoilers, that's what I'm going to give it. This one is almost perfect. It's a build-up to the next episode, of course. So there are unanswered questions, but also there's plenty of good themes to keep us going until we get those answers. Exploring human nature, what makes us human, what do we run away from, and what do we run toward? Yeah, do we run away from love? Do we run toward it? I'm glad you pulled up the book, because this was a very special book when it came out during the wilderness years. We had a bunch of new adventures by the time this one came out. This was the 38th new adventure from Virgin, and we we'd seen a stretching of what Doctor Who could do, but this was a super stretch. Paul Cornell is such a good writer, and he took the whole concept of Doctor Who in a different direction. And the TV version does the same. It gives us something new and fresh, despite the show being many, many, many years old already. I got a scholarship to go to a private school when I was a kid called Cleeve House School. And I was surrounded by these evil, snotty, rich kids. The girls were the worst. So that resonates with me completely. And also, I'm fascinated by the era of the First World War. So the war games, human nature. It's a fascinating time where people went crazy a little. And I'd like to know why. Why did they become so destructive around 1913, 1914? Michelle, I'm so glad you picked up on those Easter eggs of Sydney and Verity, the mom and dad, and things like that. There are some beautiful Easter eggs. The sketches in the notepad. This is the first time we see all the classic Doctors shown in New Who. So that's a great callback there. Back in the 1980s, we'd maybe get one. That was a cool pick. We'd get like one continuity reference per season. And that was enough. Maybe two, yeah. Very special in Earthshock, where we see the old Doctors. And you're absolutely right. It becomes less special the more they do it. So this was super special because it was the first time we had that kind of callback. So lots of nice references. As we've been talking, I've been thinking about this featuring an evil family, a family of antagonists. And then we have the Slitheen, which are also a family of antagonists, and yet treated very differently. This is a great way of showing the tonal whiplash of what Russell T Davies does to us, because we've got very serious, well-acted, dark characters here, and we've got goofy, farty characters in World War III and stories like that. So he can do it all, and he does it best right here with human nature.
Nick, I was just going to ask you, do you think that, because I haven't read the book, so do you think the 7th Doctor plays it better, or do you think the 10th Doctor plays it better?
The only thing that kind of works better, you might say, is the 7th Doctor. We always know he's manipulative. He would do dark things like, he does to the Family of Blood at the end of the story. So a little more out of keeping with the 10th Doctor, but they still make it work really well. How the Doctor takes care of the bad guys. They're both really cool. Obviously, I love seeing David Tennant going through the motions and finding out who he is, and as far as who I would want to see in this story, it's got to be 10. It's got to be David Tennant. He nails it.
Because it's so because it's diverse from his very silly type doctor.
Yes.
Over how McCoy's doctor became more mysterious, so that's why it's more. It made sense when McCoy became Mr. Smith, and Slade Doctor was pretty much the same thing. In your opinion?
Yeah. So the dark Seventh Doctor would completely. He manipulates himself, in the way that he does other characters in the TV stories and beyond. He does it to himself. He tricks himself. He creates this plan for himself, and then makes sure he doesn't even know what the plan is.
It is really interesting to think about different doctors in this story too. Like I was thinking about like the 6th Doctor would probably be making fun of him. The 12th Doctor, they'd probably be scared of him. The 9th Doctor, I think, it'd just be pure rage. And I don't know what Jodie would be doing. That ate my Sonic. I have no idea. But,
a woman teacher, and that for that time period. Not to me thinking. Do you feel, we're doing this spill the geek tea thing. Do you feel the 7th Doctor's end in the TV movie justifies because he was the dark, mysterious Doctor? So
I don't see it justified or a consequence of his actions. I see it as ironic. Because he tried to control a lot of things, but he couldn't control that. So you can appreciate the dramatic irony.
So when do you think Time Lord Victoria started? Do you think he started with the 7th Doctor then?
Well, they kind of tried to trace it back when they did all the crossovers to Genesis of the Daleks.
Right.
Where 4 is, deciding the fate of an entire race.
Explain that again with the Victorious, because I thought it was when he like everyone keeps saying after part 2 of this is when he went totally
Time Lord Victorious is when the Doctor goes a little bit dark and a little bit rogue. So in Curse of Fenric, to save Ace, he had to put the spoilers alert just in case no one's watched Curse of Fenric yet.
No, wait. No, I'm just kidding.
He had to. But
do we have a picture?
I can't speak now. He had to basically get Ace not to believe in the Doctor, so he had to be so cruel to Ace, so she started hating the Doctor, so the Doctor could beat Fenric.
Huh?
Yeah. He had to manipulate her to force her to hate him.
Wasn't
to say
Fenric
not believe
that
him
red
anymore.
Blue dude, like the blue
mind
dude with
games.
all the-
It's mind games,
He pulled a Jedi mind trick on him.
pretty much, but more
This is not the Doctor you
sadistic.
believe in.
Yeah.
So there are certain points like Fenric, like Waters of Mars, where he's like, hey, why should I stick to the rules and lose people?
Yeah.
And we have the Valyard, so it's like
We still don't know who the Valyard is.
just an amalgamation of all his darkness, and between his 12th and final regeneration, which we have in the 6 Doctors Big Finish audio, there's that beautiful explanation of it. But for the series, we thankfully it is brought up in the future here and there. But I'm not in this continuity, so can't talk about that.
The Curse of
touch this.
Fenric, also the music in the Curse of Fenric is really popping off as well.
Yeah.
Say it a little bit louder, Sean. I can barely hear you.
Yeah, I think my microphone might be damaged, guys. I'm gonna have to deal with that
Check
later.
the gains.
Yeah, well,
There you go.
check the
There we
gains, cut the losses. Let me just. Is that better?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I just turned it all the way up. I shouldn't have to do that. I'm wondering if I damaged my microphone now.
Turn it
I
up to
certainly hope
11.
not. But I was saying the music's really popping off in the Curse of Fenric, and earlier I was saying is Fenric is Fenric like a blue dude?
No, that's a destroyer.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
That's
I remember.
Battlefield.
Okay.
Fenric were the fishy-looking people.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, the wolves of Fenric.
Well,
Yeah.
the hemivores are
The hemivores.
I love the Sorry, I'm going to let us get back to this, but I love the part in the Curse of Fenric when he's like asking her about the text, and he's like, and it wasn't there yesterday, like, and she doesn't realize that the text literally appeared overnight, but she keeps like noticing all the intricacies of the text on the church wall. That's one of my favorite jokes from that era. I just think it's funny. Anyway, back to the review.
Yes, and you reminded me I have to mention the scarecrows, because the scarecrows, they're not featured in the book. They were brought into the show because we need our Doctor Who monsters, but they're a great callback to the second Doctor comic strip where he faced scarecrows, and also Scratchman, Doctor Who meets Scratchman.
Yes.
The amazing Tom Baker script. If you haven't read the book or listened to the audiobook, it's brilliant.
Yes.
So yeah, creepy scarecrows. Who doesn't love creepy scarecrows?
I thought they called the second Doctor Scarecrow, the third Doctor, or whatever called him.
They did. Yeah, there's that.
Yeah, but
Pence.
I was going to say, because the reason why is because John Pertwee played Wurzel Gummidge.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, he did play Wurzel Gummidge, didn't he? I forgot about Scratchman. I have that novel, written by Tom Baker. Like I forgot about that. I haven't listened to that for years.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, it's definitely worthwhile because it's such an oddball book.
Yeah, and he reads it himself, which I really.
But
wonderful
Nick,
voice.
there are no scarecrows in the novelization.
Not as far as I know. They definitely. I mean, Russell D. Davies rewrote a lot of the book. He added a lot to the script, including those monsters. We need monsters.
Of course. Okay. My copy is somewhere on a Kindle, which I don't know where, and it's dead.
Sad story. Reverend, what do you think of this episode?
Before we go to reference, shall we just see what the comments have said in the...
Yes.
What our viewers have basically commented, what their ratings are.
If
you haven't put your rating in, put your ratings in the chat.
Yeah.
Well, I scroll again because it was Grego that put it for time scales, gave it the rating.
Chat, you can put whatever rating you want, but you have to agree with us. I'm just kidding.
Rose left for the night. Good night, Rose. She gave it an 8 for a
9.
A drama mystery thriller. Let's see. I don't remember seeing much after besides Grego posting. What time scale had? Welcome, Dr. Ghoul.
Thank you for joining us.
I am Rev Ghoulie. Well, that's another show. As long as I'm in charge. Okay, let's see here. Didn't see again. Let's see. Oh, Grego's posted. Paul Cornell has written 32 stories for the Doctor Who universe. If you include Beneath Summerfield, Big Finish, yes, I do.
Wow, we're lucky.
Since Bernice was in the novelization, yes, and he said Human Nature is 9.2 out of 10 on the time scales by 237 ratings and reviews combined. But that was it. No one has posted Dr. Ghoul. The scarecrows were added because A, scary monsters, and B, excellent merchandise, and C, new cosplay. Yes. Definitely merchandise. And sadly, they did not release the last one where he was on the post. Oh, spoilers.
That's right.
So let's see. It comes to me.
Finally.
I still love this one, but I'll go to 9.9999999999999999999.
Wow.
No. So yes, a nice thriller based on the fact is why is the Doctor running, which we find out in part 2, and I will do the reading. I will read the monologue of that. I have it in the notes. I practiced. I'll probably still screw it up because that's what actors do. The idea of is why is he running? How bad are these aliens that he has to run away from them? And then find out, okay, now he's just a regular man. Then, so which is a nice foreshadowing for what we'll have in another couple of episodes, whether Dave or Christian or I'll be hosting. The innocence of the time, but now it's in a private school. I say when I say innocence, meaning look at what we're dealing with now. Look at our situation right now. Are we leading up to that? Based on what I glimpses of reading news, which I don't. Yes. History does repeat itself. Always remember that, people. You don't learn from history, you will be repeating it. Something like that. Timey-wimey. The innocence of the doctor, of John Smith in the time. So he's grew up in that time period and finds a beautiful lady with the servant of Martha always saying around it, what are you doing? Like, knock, knock before entering, this and that. She's become extremely jealous because she was in love with him from the very beginning. Either the nurse, the young boy being, able to see everything into the future, very introverted, has special powers. People like that. Oh, someone just popped up. Give me a second. Okay, Dr. Gould, you give human nature a nice 9 out of 10. Love to see the family blood return. After all, could be. Families are big. You never gonna know. Like I said, I have the original novelization from Paul Cornell of Human Nature. It's on a Amazon tablet somewhere. I just, me. Anyway. The idea of the doctor does not know who he is. He had to hide himself in a fob watch, which is, somewhere. I have so many fob watches. It's uncanny. I'm not good at reviews. I just let everyone else talk. So bear with me. I have a bear claw. It's even funnier. Am I in line? Okay, I'm in line. Okay,
bear claw with him.
The idea there's no scarecrows, which now makes me want to find the novelization and see what was used instead, because only by the pictures. I'm sorry?
Gothicness. The sense of dread.
Oh.
Yes.
And the black cat. So a whole nother twist. There's always a twist in the end.
Yes.
Let's see. Yes, since I just going by memory, since I watch it because everything else to do with all these shows I'm doing. The time setting, different time period, very simple, no electronics, no this or that, trying to produce this and other things. Bits of the doctor come about through personality while still not knowing everything. And these aliens going, I smell something, father, mother. It's like, what's all with that? So for me, I enjoyed it because it's leading up to everything. I needed this exposition because everything is just so fast paced, in your face. Yeah, there's little bits and pieces here that I'm like, what is wrong with the doctor? Why do you do those things? Oh, the helmet, the fob watch, the young boy with saying, oh, I saw this, and I know the future here, the bullies, we all know about that crap. So knowing it's going to be happening and then seeing these things slowly come about. So I had no problem with the pacing. For me, it was very excellent, very much so. Everyone else said everything else more in detail, as they always do. So I'm glad I went at the end. So it's like, okay, everything has been summed up already. I'm just here for the final thoughts. So as we prepare for next week, and I'll still be on here next week for a very vibrant ending and such. Extending the show a bit, children, make it 2 hours. Yes, the book. Someone mentioned to me, I guess we'll talk about next week. Did the doctor and the nurse? No, because the doctor and the nurse, they just met each other. There's nothing happened. I mean, nothing happened in there at all. So it's clean cut. Everything else. Martha would have a conniption if something ever happens. Like walking, I said knock.
Or did something happen?
Nothing happened. Because this is another time. He's like, courting has just started. He's like, would you like to you like to go to the dance and everything? The dance?
But you don't know how long they've been courting.
Well, from just from the innocent mind.
They just started. So yeah, no, they're not going to be doing it on the couch that early.
Martha, I
She
said
went
talk.
there. She went there.
Wasn't it like 6 months or a year or something like that?
I mean, they did do it over time. I mean, couples did do it. I mean, we do have evidence of that, but there was usually a process before they actually did it.
We do get a spoiler later on.
It was you that told me that. Okay, so that's yes, that's the belief in the spoiler. We'll talk about next week. Like, was it? But then it's just Doctor Who. Even though, just keeping it at that. I still didn't talk enough. Okay. Wow, well, it's still a long show. It's now a 90-minute show. It's pretty good. So.
It's really hard because it's like really hard to talk about this one episode without talking about next week's episode because it's just such a fabulous story combined together.
That's why this will be a 3-hour episode.
Yeah.
Christian,
And I gotta find it to see what you guys are talking about.
We had to wait a week to find out what happens in part 2. So now we're going to have to wait a week to find out what happens about part 2.
Cliffhanger.
I watched it in my 20s on Netflix. I cheated. I got to watch everything. I could watch like 10 episodes a day.
Some of us are not that privileged.
Daily Motion. So we'll extend we'll extend it because we're going to do the end credits here. And I got the share screen. So, I'm making focus. Well, I'm in the whole thing. Pretty awesome. So let's see here. Let me bring up one more thing. The Fob Watch idea. Like,
Don't!
Spoiler.
Spoilers.
Who ruined it?
This is Dr. Ghoul guy.
Uh-oh.
You know what I'd bring in next.
We might have a master in the things.
Maybe.
Yeah.
You already have the Valyard, so anyway. So let me bring up the banners here. Let's see. Michelle, because I have brought up your Amazon page. Which button again? Share screen. Boom.
And I like that they put her author thing when I went to go sneak. I saw I was sneaking a peek before.
There we go.
Hey.
Yes, that's my baby.
Big screen.
Yes, sir.
I was going to ask you how they got your picture, everything on there when I was looking on the page.
Yep, that.
Very
I did that a
cool.
long time ago. I set that author page up a long time ago to have my picture on there. So yeah.
Yeah, I got to talk to them about mine because mine shows up, but it doesn't have I loved it. That's why the minute I put your name in, I was able to find you.
Oh, awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, there's my author page.
Sweet.
That is pretty cool.
Thank you.
Titles, right?
Yes, it is. Yeah, yeah.
How many books have you written?
I'm past 10 now, and then some of the other ones on there I submitted in a chapter. So I've been in a couple of anthologies too. You really start losing count after 8, to be honest. And I know that sounds awful and pretentious, but yeah.
And Amazon's the only distributor, or is there an actual publishing company?
For my Haunted Fredericksburg and other the Ghostly Tales of Fredericksburg, that is from the History Press, also known as Arcadia. And then my 3 books that are the ghosts of newspaper articles from the periods, those will come through Haunted Road Media, but the other ones are also self-published too.
Well, congrats on all your books.
Thank you.
And Michelle, if you ever want to do paranormal in England, head over to Essex.
I want to go to England so bad.
Spooky Essex.
Go before April so you can see the wall.
Right.
Yeah, that's the other side of the country to where I am.
Wales.
Yeah, I'm a poor, formerly unemployed, reemployed, historical man, whatever I am. I'm a former museum manager. We're poor.
Get a scholarship to England. Writing paranormal stuff. There's loads of it in the UK.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yes.
In my county, which is Essex, it goes all the way back to Roman period, where the first trials of the witch hunt in Essex. So it's a bit like what's that place in the US? Salem,
Salem,
Massachusetts. Yeah.
That's basically what Essex was.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Is that did you also have the Pendle witches? Is that Essex or is that another? What's the Pendle witches? Is that Essex?
Just have a look for that possibility.
Oh god.
And don't we also have a Sleepy Hollow in the United States?
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
My eye doctor used to be there.
It's my favorite.
Lancashire. Okay, Lancashire.
Yeah.
4,000 holes in Blackburn, Lancashire.
Shaboom.
Is Blackburn, Lancashire a real place? Is that like a road?
It's a town.
Oh, okay. That's it was from Sergeant Pepper on the last song.
Mm-hmm. A lot of those are songs are mentioning real places.
Yeah.
Ripped from the headlines.
Mm-hmm.
Now they know how many holes it takes to fill the album.
Penny Lane, can't remember, but that's another show.
Oh, yeah.
On the Beatles channel.
Oh, we've been copyright claimed by Paul McCartney.
Yeah.
He's dead. He's replaced by clone. So Michelle, besides Amazon, where else can we find you?
Also I'm on Facebook, and also I do have an Etsy shop. So if you do want to get Widow's Weeds personalized, it's on my Etsy shop. So take a look at there.
Oh, I see. Let's see. I see Nick was nodding, so let's go to Nick.
Nodding Nick. Hey, yeah, you can find me on Nick Smith Films, the YouTube channel, the Instagram, the legend. I have a book too. It's this one right here. The Cat Who Stole the Cream, a mystery novel with a cat detective. So check it out. I'm working on a new series of novels, so I appreciate everyone's support. Come say hi to me at #NickSmithFilms, please.
You got to get them a QR code from MegaCon. We can put it on the table.
Yes, that can be achieved. What a great idea. Thank you.
Yes. That's a lot of printing.
He could kill me.
Still wait for mine.
Candyman's frozen.
Am I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, you're talking, but your lips are...
feel like a Muppet.
Banana.
Mama.
The Witches of Essex got them.
Yeah.
At least you don't have the Lake Ronkonkoma story.
Yeah, I know like Ronkonkoma. Yeah, I know that story.
My cousins live right by it.
has she taken a couple more souls lately?
Almost.
No, we got places like Cold Christmas, Colchester Castle. What was that famous? Borley Rectory.
Oh yeah.
Borley.
Yeah. Yeah.
I still say the Gauntless lead mines were still haunted.
And Crescent
everything's haunted. Same thing as Virginia. You can't swing a dead cat and not go through a ghost, and they don't like that. It's very rude. Very rude.
Well, I caught one at Cardiff Castle. I have a picture. I caught one at Cardiff Castle while I was holding the TARDIS.
Yeah.
Can we keep it?
Tonight, I feel like I'm regenerating to the third Candyman.
I had
Just
a bad
eat more candy
experience.
and it'll happen eventually. Yeah.
I had a bad
We
experience
just
in the
split off into.
Yeah. Like taffy.
Saltwater taffy is absolutely amazing. You can find me at Instagram.com/cyborg T100_cosplay. And you can also find me over at Spielberg Geek Tea. And you can also find me here.
And here.
You guys mentioned the Muppets. I have this really annoying habit where when someone says the word phenomena, I always go do. I do it every time someone says phenomena.
And then as soon as someone says that, I go phenomena.
And the sad thing is, they're the same age as me.
Let's
I love that in the
see.
UK Office when they start season 2, when they start singing the Muppets song. It's like it's my favorite.
Where can we find you, Sean?
You can find me. You can say the word phenomena, and I will pop out and go do 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 do. Oh God! I swallowed my spit, laughing at my own joke. Oh, that's so lame. I'm gonna regenerate too. You can find me on YouTube at Our Philosophy Is, I believe, 9119. I really should check that. I think I say I believe every single week, but you can find me on YouTube. Right. I honestly, guys, I haven't uploaded in a long time, but I'm reading like 1 billion novels right now. So maybe I should review one of them. I've already reviewed David Copperfield. I'm just probably going to reread Wuthering Heights because, we've been talking about it. And I'm reading I Am Legend right now. I'm reading all kinds of things. If any of you guys watch my channel, which, I don't have any subscribers, so, but if you ever want me to just talk about something, just let me know, because I'm not really all that motivated to do my own YouTube channel anymore, because I've just been more consuming, and I've been here with these lovely people. And
reading books.
Yes, I've been reading books. I've been reading a lot of books, but you can find me there. If you want to find my content there, there's a lot of it about Doctor Who. I review a lot of episodes, and I talk about nerdy things in a queer-friendly space. And that's kind of my whole thing, is just talking about nerdy things and talking about philosophy, of course, which is what my channel is named after. My most recent philosophy video was on the burden of proof, which is one of my favorite concepts to talk about in philosophy. So anyway, if you want to enjoy any of that stuff, you can go over there. Thank you very much.
That's the thing. You have the channel, and the title of Our Philosophy Is, yes, you're reading the books, do the reviews, especially Wuthering Heights, because
yeah.
Someone I know,
the
she
algorithm,
loved that
bro.
movie.
You got all that hype right now for Wuthering Heights.
She went to see it twice, and second time she still cried.
Did you guys like it? Did you guys like the movie?
I haven't seen it, and it's not my sort of period.
The trailers make me physically ill.
Okay.
Do
you like Bridgerton, Michelle?
Huh?
Do you like Bridgerton? Yeah.
Hold on.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I got some bad indigestion.
Okay. I thought because my niece likes it, and I can't figure it out for the life of me.
I'm Jane Austen. I'm Jane Austen. The Brontes do it properly. I mean,
yes.
Yeah, I love the Bronte novels. I think I've read most of them. I like the Doctor Who episode that was based on Bridgerton, but I've never seen Bridgerton.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. I've lost track. Gadget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where can we not find me? Anime NYC this year. I'm working on trying to get New York Comic Con. We're Build a Geek Tea. Let's see. Gadget Pendragon After Dark is being worked on. Gadget Vlogs. My GoFundMe. Lulu.com for my books and everything, which I'm giving them my QR codes so that maybe I can make $1 so I'm still looking for work. But guys, I make more money if you get these on Lulu. So please, as Tom just showed the commercial, and I was shocked on that one. Basically, go get the books and stuff. And I'm also on Instagram, Facebook, and everything else. Instagram, I do need 1,000 followers to go live again so you guys can enjoy the conventions, but let's see what happens. But I'm sad I will not be at MegaCon with them. And we are looking for guest hosts on Pendragon After Dark, and everything.
Because as a producer sidekick in this Canada, I can only do so much. And I do a hell of a lot of things.
You do a lot.
Thank you, sir.
You do a lot.
Dooby.
I'm hoping I can get certain people on before they make their 1 million K and everything. That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah.
You guys think we're going to get to 1 mil on this channel? Because I think we can.
Yeah, of course we can.
Yeah.
And
a lot of here. Let's see. Just say you can catch
happiness.
Monday nights on the Horses on Film. They just did an off the chart list of oh my god, I can't remember everything. I just read it, I just watched it. And then you catch Happiness Patrol with the season 1. They talked about Star Wars, but season 2, it's not Star Wars. So it's going to go on something else, and people like it. So
Ewoks.
Yep.
Yeah, he's not doing those films. I've asked him so many times. To do
I
Caravan
have
and
them on
We're
Courage.
gonna keep
DVD.
bugging him.
All of
Caravan
season
and Courage.
2 is just Ewoks.
No, we're not talking about the cartoon. We're talking about Caravan and Courage and Battle of Endor. If they ever do that whole live action version of Star Wars, yet they missed those
Have
two films. I'm disappointed with you, Dave. So disappointed.
That's what we need. We need that caravan of courage to roll on.
With Sindel.
Yep, and the Battle of Endor.
And,
And the cartoon.
Oh, right.
You forgot about the cartoon.
No,
There's
they're
also
only, doing
droids.
like, they're only doing
You're not
live
doing the
action.
Saturday morning cartoon? I have that on DVD as well.
Yeah.
You said the Battle of Endor, and I was thinking Helm's Deep for a second. I'm like, wait, that's the wrong. I'm like, oh my god, I'm an idiot.
That would be a
Completely the
movie.
wrong-
Yeah.
But you also find them on the rathole.ca, but this don't look with the dot things where to spell it out. He was also playing Sabak many times over, and
Pray it
YouTube
stays
didn't like that. That's kind of weird.
Pray it stays on. They don't take it down on him.
Yeah, you can watch him on Twitch too. So it's everything for Dave is on the rathole.ca/who, got all the stuff, the LinkedIn tree. So I just don't push that stuff because it's too many things on here. TikTok for the Legend of Trying TARDIS. Legend of Trying TARDIS, which has us on there being worked on. Let's see.
Oh yeah, it's under construction, guys. Bear with me.
So me, of course, the Reverend Amagon, the Tasty Cake. So you catch my shows of Tasty Talk with Tasty Cake, 4 hours plus Wednesdays and Saturday nights starting at 5 p.m. Eastern. Tasty Conversations with Ramona and I, but anyone can come in too. But we're going to do the review of The Secret of
Nim?
an Irish film.
Kells.
Rowan
Kells?
No,
Kells or Rowan?
Rowan Isles, yeah.
It's not really a secret if you're telling everyone, is it?
Yeah, it's I would say I like that movie. We're gonna do a review next next Monday, but again, very simplistic, just like this one. Like it's the time setting, so it's not technology filled. It's like okay, it's very good. Then we're gonna do the Dobie Gills. That wrong one. Was it Donnerby or Gil and the Little People? So I'll be doing that when I come back from vacation.
Not the black and white show with Gilligan.
Not
Darby Gillis.
Let's see. Spill the Geek Tea with Gadget and Nick and Candyman and Dave. Yeah, like I said, we'll be doing. I have no idea what we're doing on Sunday. I just threw out a title because Sunday is Women's Day, and when the U.S. again goes to time change, 1 hour forward. So we got
Right,
Sunday to 7 p.m.
Remember, people who are in the UK, we don't change this weekend. Amount of times I see you on Facebook, clocks go forward, but don't do it for the UK. It's just for US. Just pointing out there.
Yep, 49 of the states do it.
We're still going to be confused. I hate to report that, but I have to say from this side of the pond, we are going to be confused by that, probably.
Bring forward, pull back.
Yep.
Yeah.
But Dr. Ghoul, you mentioned the Sub Genius. I do have that behind me, so I just don't know. Hey, shoot, I got time. I got to do it. I got it.
You got this.
So, funny, you should. Let's focus on this. I do have this. Church of the Sub Genius.
Wow.
Nice little bag. I had to show that off. Anyway, so let's see. Do we do everything there? Yes, we talked about everything else. Let me remove the banner.
Yep.
Reverend Amagon, Taste the Talk of the Legend of Spill the Geek Tea After Dark. Mark, Nick. Okay, we covered up everything. Spoilers. We covered Benny, no cats this episode. Media assets. So straight to. Oh, bless you.
Bless you.
Couldn't get to the mute
It's
button.
funny, your little circle went.
Is it under overlay? Okay, we have so much stuff here. There we go.
He sneezes and starts buffering.
You made it the whole episode without sneezing until now. Good job.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kitchen Killers. Billy will be in competition with Christian selling the barbecue sauce at MegaCon. I'll be wandering off. And this was created by Gadget. Have you seen the Doctor? The Doctor has been missing from all broadcast stations. We need your help to find the Doctor who is lost into the stream. Tune in to Legend Train Tales every Tuesday at 6 p.m. live on YouTube with your tips and help bring the Doctor back.
And we have the QR code right there.
Yeah, it's there, but I don't have it. Okay. This is the site of Legends of Shining Tardis will be joining the Dalek Builders at MegaCon, which we have right here on March 19th to 22nd of 2026 at the Orange County Convention Center. Get your tickets, get your parking badges, because that's going to be the most expensive and hardest to get. I shall be there on the 20th through 22nd, and on the 21st and 22nd, fingers crossed, Jody. So, and Faith will be fainting along the way. We have coming up at Space Coast Comic Con on June 20th and 21st, 2026, down by Melbourne, I believe, because Space Coast is Cocoa Beach and Melbourne. There's a QR code there. Let's see. Oh, the smaller one. Epic Verse, that's August 21st and 22nd of this year. You can find them up on epicverseflorida.com. So I have no idea because I don't pay attention to what those. I'm usually playing Candy Crush Soda Saga at this time. We have Ancient City Con. That's September 25th to 27th, 2026 in St. Augustine, Florida, where there's a lot of crazy, silly, ghostly things happening there. But that's about it, people. Let's see. Let's finish off the comment. Yes.
Yeah, that's about right.
That sums it up.
Yeah.
I mean, I host Spoiler Geek Tea, for God's sake. I'm still following the format as much as I can.
What's the format on the Spoiler Geek Tea? We go off topic.
Off topic. But yes, check us on, well, not all of us. Spoilers, people. Spoilers. Somewhere there, spoilers. I know how to create this thing. I should know. Spoilers. The Ides of March, Sunday. You're gonna see a different crew.
It's a good luck charm.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be a different crew when I host that episode. So we shall see what we shall say. But all in all, I thank you to my crew here. Thank you those who have been on the chat. Grego popping in every though, my producer on Spill the Geek Tea. But as you know, we do say goodnight to. I didn't find his picture. So we do say goodnight to Simon as our. So at the end, everyone say goodnight to Simon. And with that, Tony, take us out.
Night,
Not Simon.
Good night, Simon.